morning, one and all. So now continuation of that electrical system components. Okay, so in that electrical system components, now today we are discussing selection of cables, wires, switches, and distribution boxes. Distribution boxes are panel boxes. Both are same here. Distribution boxes or panel boxes is critical aspect in the design of industrial electrical systems and it ensures safely efficiency and compliance and with the standards. So here's the detailed explanation of the selection of cables, wires, switches and distribution boxes or panel boxes. Okay, so now clearly we'll see the selection of cables. So how to selection the cables or how to choose the cables and wires. Okay, so first of all here first one, depending on factors to consider. So which factors considers, we'll see. So a parameter description. So first of all here the parameter description is current carrying capacity. So current carrying, how much current carrying capacity here we'll see. So a current carrying capacity should handle the expected load current without overheating. Okay, so without overheating we expected the should be load current. Okay, next, so after that current carrying capacity we choose the voltage rating. So voltage rating, how much voltage rating here, so must be suitable for the system voltage. So for example 415 volts or 11 kV, 415 volts, 11 kV, etc, etc. So this is the voltage rating is applicable selection of cable, and this is also choosable to factors to consider. And next, so current carrying capacity is over and voltage rating is over. And next, insulation type. So insulation type, so which type of insulations we are considering. So the insulation type PVC, XLPE, rubber. So PVC and next XLPE, polyvinyl chloride and polythene and rubber, chosen the based on temperature, environment and flexibility needs. So the insulation type is nothing but PVC, XLPE and rubber, choose based on temperature, environment and flexibility needs. Okay, so this is that insulation type. And next one, insulation condition, ambient conditions. So in ambient condition, so here what are the ambient conditions? So ambient conditions is like surroundings, temperature, moisture, chemicals and mechanical stress affect insulation and sizing. So these are the ambient conditions is nothing but like our surrounding environment surroundings, temperature, moisture, chemicals and mechanical stress affect insulation and sizing. So these are the ambient conditions. So after ambient conditions, next installation method. So in installation method, so how to selection the cable in installation methods. So underground, in cable trace and conduit or duct, DUCT or duct, affects derating and protection needs. So these are the installation methods we are using that. So last one here, short circuit rating. Short circuit rating, so short circuit rating should withstand short circuit thermal and mechanical stress. So short circuit rating here must and should withstand short circuit thermal and mechanical stress. So number of cores, so here the number of cores is nothing but 3 core, 4 core, 5 core. It's depending on application of the load. So it is depending on application of balanced or unbalanced load. So these are the selection of cables and wires things. So how to selection the cables and wires. So what are the factors enable here? So the factors are considered here: current carrying capacity, voltage rating, and in insulation type, installation method, ambient condition, and last but one, short circuit rating, and last one is nothing but number of cores. So these are the selection of cables and wires. So next, common types. So in that continuation, common types of PVC insulated copper wires. So PVC insulated polyvinyl chloride. So PVC insulated copper wires. So it is for control panels and small loads. Control panels and small loads. So XLPE is nothing but insulated aluminum copper cables. So it is for only for high power and distribution purpose only. So next, armored cables. So armored cables is for mechanical protection in outdoor or underground use purpose only. So last one here, flexible cables. So here the flexible cables for moving equipment or temporary setups. Okay, so what here common types. In common types, so we are using PVC insulated copper wires, XLPE insulated aluminum or copper cables, and armored cables and flexible cables. So these are the cables. So before we discussed, that is nothing but wires. So these are the cables. Okay. So next one, selection of switches. How to selection the switches? Okay, so how to choose the switches? Selection of switches, here factors to consider. So same like before wires and cables, parameters, factors consider. So here parameter description, current rating should exceed load current. So that is, for example, 16 amps, 32 amps, or 63 amps, or etc. So here should exceed load current. So that is the main thing, current rating. So voltage rating. So voltage rating appropriate for system voltage. So appropriate for system voltage are single phase or three phase volts. Single phase 230 volts and three phase volt 415 volts. So that is voltage rating. So next, type of loads. Here actually the type of loads, R load, L load, and C load, capacitive load, resistive load, inductive load, capacitive load. So here the type of loads, for resistive load we are using for lighting purpose, and inductive load, L load we are using for only motors, and capacitive load for using power factor correction. So this is that selection of switches. So in the selection of switches, here factors to consider: parameter description, and current rating, and voltage rating, and type of load. So here what he is saying here, in parameter description, current rating. So the current rating should exceed load current. So that is 16 amps, 32 amps, or 48, or 63 amps, so etc. So that is the current rating. Next, voltage rating. So the voltage rating should be approached for system voltage. So that is single phase voltage or three phase voltage. For single phase voltage 230 volts, and three phase volts 415 volts. So this is the voltage rating. Next, type of load. So basically we have three loads. So a resistive load, inductive load, capacitive load. For resistive load we are using only for lighting purpose, and inductive load we are using motors purpose. And third, last one, a capacitive load. For capacitive load using power factor corrections. So these are the selection of switches. Next one, types of industrial switches. So types of industrial switches, so it's based on MCBs, isolators, and changeover switches, push button switches, and limit switches. So first one I'm taking here, MCBs, miniature circuit breaker. So it is for overload and short circuit protection. So MCBs here we are using overload and short circuit protection purpose only. MCBs we are using. So next, isolators. Isolators for safe disconnection of circuits without any damage, for safe disconnection of the circuits. So next, changeover switches. Changeover switches, it is for only manual or automatic switching between the power sources. So last but one, push button switches. So push button switches we can use only for control operations. And last one, limit switches. So the limit switches for automation and safety interlocks. So these are the types of industrial switches. Basically, industrial electrical systems, types of industrial switches. So in the industrial switches, so we are using MCBs, isolators, changeover switches, and push button switches, and limit switches. So these type of the switches we can use it in the types of industrial switches. Next, selection of distribution boxes. So here, selection of distribution boxes or panel boards. So selection of a distribution box is nothing but a panel boards. Basically, we can see in that electrical machines 1 and electrical machines 2. So in the machines lab, there is one big type of a panel box. So it is nothing but rectified. So it's called. So selection of distribution box is nothing but panel box. Selection of distribution box or panel box. So the purpose of the selection of a distribution box here, distribute electrical power safely to different areas or equipments. So the panel is distributes the power many areas distributing or in electrical equipments. So and it provides the protection through breakers and fuses. So this is the selection of distribution boxes. Next, for factors considering here, parameter description. So here number of circuits. So how it will take the here number of circuits? So it is based on the number of loads are outgoing the feeders. So that is that number of circuits. Next, current rating. So here the current rating should match the total load current. And short circuit capacity. So here the short circuit capacity rating is in only KA kilo amperes, not kVA, only KA. Okay, so short circuit capacity must handle prospective short circuit current purpose only. So type of breakers. So type of breakers, we have seen so many type of breakers, MCBs, MCCB, and RCCB, ELCB. So depending on the production needed. Okay. Next, mounting type. So here in the mounting type, suppose like is a wall type mounted or floor standing mounted type. So ingress protection. So ingress protection is nothing but IP rating. So IP rating. So here the IP 54 and IP 65 etc. based on the environment. So it is dusty or wetty. Okay. So next, bus bar design. So the bus bar design basically copper or aluminum current rated properly insulated and spaced. So these are the factors to consider the circuits. So factors here considering distribution boxes. So what are the factors here? Number of circuits. Here number of circuits is based on the number of loads, so are outgoing feeders. So then it will be take the how many number of circuits we can take that. And next current rating. Current rating should match the total load current. And short circuit capacity. So the short circuit capacity here, the short circuit capacity in only it measures KA. So that is kilo amperes, not kVA. So kilo amperes. So it must handle prospective short circuit current. So next type of breakers. So in the type of breakers we use MCB and MCCB and ELCB, RCCBs. Okay, na? So ELCB is nothing but earth leakage circuit breaker, and RCCB is nothing but resident current circuit breaker, and MCCB is nothing but mini mold case circuit breaker, and MCB is nothing but miniature circuit breaker. So these are the full forms of that. So and the mounting wall type. So mounting type. So in mounting type we can consider only wall mounted or floor standing. And ingress protection. So ingress protection, so that is IP rating. So IP rating IP54 and IP65, etc., etc. Okay. And based on environment. So based on environment is nothing but, so the areas is are dusty or wet or dry. So that is the based on environment. And last one, bus bar design. So here the bus bar design copper or aluminum and current rated, properly insulated and spaced. And types of here distribution boxes. Types of distribution boxes are types of panel boxes. So here types of distribution boxes is nothing but first one power distribution board, PDB, power distribution board, first one. And second one, motor control center, MCC. And third one, lighting distribution board. So these are the types of distribution boxes. So first I'm taking power distribution board. So power distribution board, so it is main feeder and sub feeder distribution. So power distribution is nothing but, so it can be distribute the power main feeder and sub feeder only. And next motor control center, MCC. So motor control center, so the control motor feeders with starters, overload, relays, etc. So next lighting distribution board. So lighting distribution board, it is only for lighting circuits only. So next, sorry, here last one is nothing but, that is fourth one, PLC panels. So PLC panels are control panels, programmable logic controller. Okay, so PLC panels, so it is used for only automated control systems. So again we'll see that here types of distribution boxes, there are 4 types of boxes. So first one PDB, power distribution box, and second one is nothing but MCC, motor control center, and third one LPB, so lighting distribution board, and last one PLC controlling board. So PLC is nothing but PLC panel controlling board. PLC is nothing but programmable logic controller. So industrial standards to follow that. So industrial standards, IS. So here IS 732. So IS 732 code of practice for electrical wiring. So IS 7098. So it is for XLPE insulated cables. So IS IEC 60947. So it is only for low voltage switch gear and control gear. Next IS 3043. So it is only for earthing standards. Here NEC is nothing but National Electrical Board. So thank you.